McCarthy and Billy Stark are back in the side, to the exclusion of Lex Bailey and Peter Grant, and back in after being rested for precautionary reasons in the friendly against Red Star, Paul McStay. And no matter what Celtic do in 1989, there's no doubt that this man must remain one of their prime assets. Hearts are affected by changes to and forced upon them, with Neil Berry, of course, being suspended. Sanderson comes into the side. John Robertson playing for the third time since returning from Newcastle. And back in the side after suspension, the top European goalkeeper for Hearts, Mike Galloway, who, of course, led the way for Hearts against Rangers in the recent, very significant 2-0 victory. Referee Douglas Hope. Little bare area of the pitch at Celtic Park, right in the middle. Paul McStay started the action flowing, and John Colquhoun getting that. Hearts don't like this ground if you look at the statistics. Not even John Colquhoun, who used to play here, because they've only won once since 1969. That was in October '85, when John Robertson, playing here again today, scored the only goal. Galloway, John Robertson, nice touch there is Galloway. Black, Galloway trying to go up there and does get a touch. Now that was good play, and very typical play by Galloway. Seemed to get the back of a head though. Oh, look at that. Oh. You can feel that up here. Well, this is how it happened. He floated into the penalty area, as he so very often does, and I think he got the side of, very accidentally, the side of Rogan's head. Oh, there's a man in the wars. McKinley just getting the side of the head to that. But Celtic are certainly probing this Hearts defence with these very long, high balls from Bonner. Galloway, I think, just got a touch. Here's Paul McStay. He's had very little freedom so far. Look at that brilliant ball, Rogan. Oh, that's an excellent one. Superb play by Celtic. McStay, Rogan, and Mark McGee was almost on the end of that. From one end of the field to the other, and look, McGee just stepping in there. Great clearance, by the way, and interception by McPherson. The linesman has his flag up, and I think that must be offside. McCarthy just slightly misjudged that, but gets back to it again. Both teams, as I say, sending long, high balls through the middle. Mark McGee, seen very little of him so far, but he gets a corner for Celtic. McGee, who came into the side after Andy Walker went off through injury and really did establish himself. David McPherson will be keeping his eye not just on McGee, but Billy Stark, Roy Aitken, and Mick McCarthy. Is it in? It's the goal, I think. Billy Stark, the ball went over the line, and Stark is getting the credit. 20 minutes gone, 1-0 to Celtic. Now, let's watch this again. Watch Stark in the background. Down it went, and there it was hooked round and in, and Celtic, to the delight of McAvenny in the middle of the picture there, go 1-up. Celtic fighting very hard for everything. There's Whittaker, perfectly balanced. Sanderson. McKinley. match, desperate and needing to do something to dent the Celtic defence. They're growing in confidence. That's a beautiful ball. There's Robertson. There's a great chance. It's just off the line. McCarthy. Cahoon cannot believe in the stat. Brilliant defending by McCarthy. Nice balanced play here by Robertson, and that was straight to McCarthy's left foot. Person is up. Fine. Out come the Celtic defence. There's Billy Stark. And he does that confidently. What a valuable player he is to Celtic. Oh, that's right beyond McCarthy now. John Robertson. Does he have the control? That looks like a penalty kick, and is. Great tackle by Rogan as Cahoon went forward, and it's a penalty to Hearts. Hardly any protest from a single Celtic player about this. And a valuable kick to be taken by John Robertson. The prodigal returned with an important task. That's it, the equaliser. Simply done by Robertson. Very big Heart support here this afternoon, having something at long last to cheer about in the 28th minute of the first half. Bonner was fidgeting on his line, I think maybe to some extent trying to distract Robertson, and Robertson thought the best way to deal with that was to spank it virtually straight at him, which is what he did to great effect. Beautiful ball by White. McAvenny trying to get a turn. Wills for a penalty, and Rogan almost underneath that ball. McAvenny incensed by that, thinking there was a handling offence. Still complaining. It happened in a blink on the far side of the penalty area. Celtic now fighting to gain that ascendancy again, which they so clearly had. Just been the occasional mistake that both sets of defences have made. I think the game will hinge on that, if there is any more scoring. Whittaker just got there. Roy Aitken, no offside. It's a goal. McGee, 2-1. 6 minutes to half time. And the Hearts defence caught absolutely flat. They may have looked momentarily across to the linesman, but McGee certainly did not. He had only eyes in the corner of the net. There's Galloway, John Robertson, still in there with a chance. And what's going on? A goal kick has been given. It almost looked as if somebody was going to convert over the line like a rugby try there. This is quite odd. It was Bonner struggling to get back, and he got the ball around the other side of Robertson's body. And I think actually Robertson, well, you might almost say the goalkeeper carried it over. McStay, neat little jink. McGee, just away. Out of bounds, free kick. Bumped off it by Walter Kidd. Burns deciding to take that to the far side and start. Almost in a collision there with Henry Smith. Goes very well for that, Smith. And there goes the half-time whistle off the troop, with a much more contented Celtic team and support for that goal that was scored in the 39th minute by Mark McGee, just at the stage when Hearts looked as if they were coming very strongly back into the game. Opening goal, of course, scored by Billy Stark. How valuable a player he is. And the ball didn't actually hit the net, but it had gone over the line. The linesman was right on the spot. Celtic won up. And that penalty when John Cahoon was brought down, a clear penalty in my view, and John Robertson making absolutely no mistake from the spot. And then with the Hearts defence looking as if they had a friend and the linesman on the far side, McGee didn't allow them any second thoughts and promptly dispatched Celtic's second goal. 2-1 in what has been a very entertaining first 45 minutes. Well, you've really got to compliment both sets of players for turning in some excellent entertainment this afternoon. There's been a lot of good football, individual skills, a bit of raw courage, and they are all trying. This very big crowd certainly has had its money's worth, no doubt about that. Stark was always going to get that. Galloway picking up very well. Here's McKinley. Oh, and he run it out. Seemed to take his eye off it. I think he looked up to see where Galloway might end up. And Sanderson is playing almost in a sweeper role for Hearts at the moment. Black. Black seemed to take his eye off it. McAvenny and Sanderson, as I say, in that sweeping role now. Trying to plug the gaps that certainly were there in the first half. There he is again. McStay. There's a chip, but it wasn't far away. Oh, they love that. I just watch this, an intelligent piece of play. Sanderson, as I said, sweeping up now for Hearts. And watch this. Just looked up that delicate little chip and ooh, an in-swinger. Galloway right over White. McStay wanting to go himself this time. Haven't seen very much of him in the second half. Ball still in play, and that was a throw to Hearts. As McStay now wants to begin to stamp a little authority on midfield, which he can do. He certainly has the talent for it. That ball still in play. Oh, great save by Smith. Walter Kidd seemed to let it run out. Celtic playing with tremendous spirit, of course. Only Smith disappointed with somebody. Breaks well for Hearts, and I think Robertson should have let Galloway pick that up. McAvenny charges into this. Black is there, and I think Hearts will get a free kick for that challenge on Black. Fighting hard in midfield. Exactly 15 minutes gone in the second half. Celtic still leading by 2-1. That's a neat ball through to John Robertson. And he's done it. Oh no, he has now. The rebound, and Hearts have equalised through John Robertson. 2 each. As the Hearts supporters celebrate, suddenly a little chink appeared in that Celtic defence, and Robertson was through it like a flash. That's why he's always been so deadly. I thought he was going to miss it. He put it away from the goalkeeper, off the post, and that is what good striking is all about. And Hearts have certainly made a real game of this. Just been once or twice when the defence looked as if they might wilt, but they've come fighting back. Now, Rogan. Determined run by Rogan, equally determined tackle. And Galloway just offside. McCarthy. McAvenny will not give up on that. He has it. There's a brilliant goal. Celtic conviction did that. 3-2. He refused to give up. And as it went to the goal line, so Mark McGee came up and puts it away, 3-2. And that is a lesson to anybody. And you cannot afford to let a talented and skilled player get a chance to win a ball like that. Good football by Hearts here. Well, that's excellent football. McPherson, can he cut it back? And Bona plucks it away. Great play by the Hearts central defender. Final ball lacked precision though. But one of the best moves that Hearts have had in the game. Look at McPherson charging to the left here. Picked it up very neatly. Now this is where it mattered though. He didn't have anybody close enough to him, and Bona played it very well. And Paul McStay is going off. I'm sure he's not seriously injured. And Peter Grant, on he comes. Grant, of course, played against Dundee United. Well, that's a beautiful pass to McAvenny. That's all he needs, isn't it? Getting passes from Hearts midfield players. McAvenny again, and there's Billy Scott with it. It's a goal. And once again, McAvenny, the architect of it. We're in stoppage time. There he was on the far side. A little speculative, that cross, but it paid off from Billy Stark. Quite astonishing game, this. And there goes the final whistle. Well now, you have just watched the very last game of Celtic's centenary year, and I would bet anybody in that stand there, the faithful, that they have not seen as entertaining a game as that in the entire centenary year. As the supporters sing happy birthday, the festivities for the special year come to an end with a quite marvellous game of football. I think that typifies a centenary better than anything.